To the next part of my build log. So I have fittings galore. So let's go ahead and open one of these 16mm compression fittings. So the quality looks really nice. There's no horrible branding on there apart from that little tiny one there. So the tube goes in there and then that just slots in over the top. Obviously you need the O-rings inside. I'm going to go ahead and fit these now on all the different blocks and get an idea of where my tubing's going to go. Alright, so I started to test fit a few things. Now these Thermaltake ones, I ordered 2 Thermaltake ones because I wanted to compare them to the Barrow fittings. Now what I didn't realise is these ones are not actually compression fittings. I've also lined up a drain plug down here so that I can attach a bit of soft tubing onto there and actually drain the loop if I need to. Now what I probably should have done is got some of the fittings on earlier, because up here it's going to be very tight to get the actual screws in. Now I don't know if you can see it, but I've managed to get that one in back there. So coming out of the radiator at the top here, I'm basically using an extension and then a 90-degree right angle. So that should clear my fans that I've got in front. So I don't know if you can see that in there, but I've managed to get those 2 fittings on there. Next I need to get the actual compression fitting on. Okay, so there's our compression fittings on. So we've just got enough clearance to clear the fans and come out of the radiator and then come down and maybe into the reservoir or wherever. Okay, so before I carry on, I just wanted to show you how the actual fittings connect onto the tube. So this is a 16mm outer diameter tube, and then if we take this off, if I can even get it off, there we go. See, it comes with some O-rings in the bag, so I'll just put one on there and that clamps down over the top. There are actually 3 internal O-rings, as you can see there. There's 1, 2, 3, I think. So you just push the tube in like that, slide the compression over, screw it up. Alright, so I've got a lot of my fittings now test fitted. So we've got our 2 inlet and outlets on our pump and 2 on our graphics card. Now these can be used as any inlet or outlet according to the instructions, but on the monoblock this one here has to be used as the inlet. And then we've got our 2 up here on our first radiator. That one's going to be a bit tight to get to. And then we've also got 2 more up here. Again, they were a pain to actually get in, so we've got our 2 on our radiator up here. Now I'm actually missing a fitting, so I do need one to go on this top here because I want to come out of the radiator and maybe into here, but I haven't fully decided on that yet. So this is where my inexperience with water cooling comes in, because I'm really scratching my head on how to do this. Do I come out of the pump into the graphics card, out of the graphics card into the block, out of the block into the radiator, out of the radiator along and into the second radiator, and out of the radiator and into the reservoir? Would that work? Would it be good to have radiator? Or do I go out of the pump into the graphics card, out of the graphics card into the radiator, out of the radiator somehow back into this block, out of this block into that radiator? I think the easiest would be the first way. Anyway, while I decide on how I'm going to do it, I know I'm definitely going from the outlet into the graphics card, so I'm going to have a go at bending. Now this is just some, what is this? Some wire that I bought off Amazon. So hopefully this will give me a template. Okay, right, that kind of works, I think. So I need to come out, bend, fit. Okay, let's go try and bend some PETG. Okay, so attempt number 1 at doing my first bend. I've got my little template as a guide. So hopefully I don't set fire to my garage. But here we go, let's give it a go. Let's make sure that ain't gonna go anywhere. What am I doing? What am I doing? That was lucky. I almost paid the idiot tax of 1 tube. Forgot my silicone, insert. So if I would have bent that without that, it would have looked shit and it would not have worked. So let's try that again. Attempt number 3. Bendy. Okay, so I think our first bend is now done. So I obviously need to cut this, so that will go in there like that. And that will go in there like... I think I'm slightly off. Okay, so for a first attempt, I think that's come out quite nicely. The next thing I need to do is I need to cut this, and I think what I'll do is I'll just cut it here for now, because then I can always trim it up. So this is PETG tubing. So a pipe cutter works really well. So take our pipe cutter, drop him on. Now if you tried to do this on acrylic tubing, it would obviously just shatter into a million pieces. Simple. So my first ever bit of hardline tubing is done. It could have been better, but I don't want to waste all my tubing, so that is that one. Next I need to come out of here and into my block, and then out of here and up and into the radiator. So it's finally time to mount our SSDs. These are just what, 4 500 gig ones. Now this is highly technical, a highly advanced way of mounting these. What we do is we go like this, bang that round there, like so, hit that on there, get them off, now you just bang them in there. Done. Okay, so update. I've spent about 5 hours now trying to get all this tubing right. Still could be better, but again, it's the first time I've ever done it. So now I would have finished this today, but I'm missing. I still need a 90-degree angle fitting up here to bring it back into the reservoir. I'm not sure if it's going to be an issue going from the graphics card straight into the CPU. I think it should all equal out in temperature anyway, so it shouldn't matter which order the loop is actually in. Just thought I'd do a little update video, and the next job, we're going to finish this last little bit here, and then we're going to fill the loop for the first time and do all the leak testing. Oh, I've got a drain plug here as well, so I can easily drain the loop if I want to using that.